Member for West Vancouver, Capilano.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 2021 marks the 100th anniversary of Remembrance poppies in Canada, and I wanted to share a personal story. In 1917, Alec Daw fought in the bloody Battle of Passchendaele, during which 15,000 of his fellow Canadians were killed. Alec was the only remaining soldier in his battery and took control of the machine gun and held off the German line until the gun was knocked out. Alec was my grandfather. Sorry, I knew this was going to happen. According to the London Gazette, on March 28, 1918, Alec was awarded the honor of a Distinguished Conduct Medal for his, quote, conspicuous gallantry and devotion and a supreme contempt of danger. 3 years after arriving in Europe and barely out of his teens, he came home to Canada at the rank of corporal and brought his medal home with him. Our mother doesn't recall her father ever speaking of the war. We can only imagine the horrors that he and all those others witnessed. After my grandfather died, we were surprised to discover that she had sold that medal at some point. We didn't know to who, we didn't know why, and we did not know where it had gone. A few years ago, my sister was doing some research and was astonished to find my grandfather's DCM for sale on a website in Ontario. The owner told us she'd purchased it in an auction in London, England, and was very kind to sell it to us for what she had paid. And so this closed the century-long journey. It had traveled from Canada to London, where it was originally awarded to my grandfather, then to Ontario after the war, then to Alberta, where my grandmother took it, then back to London, England, back to Ontario, and now finally it's here in British Columbia, where it's been reunited with a snippet of its original ribbon, a handwritten letter of commendation, and his daughter, my mother, 102 years after he first brought it home to Canada. So, Mr. Speaker, I would like to thank my grandfather and the thousands of other Canadians who have defended our country, served as peacekeepers, served in humanitarian roles, and so many other contributions made by our veterans.